snow totals coming out of the Minneapolis area, at least to the north, where those totals are approaching a foot. But the winds, as a result, also making it difficult for firefighters to do their job and just making it easier for the flames to spread. The fire that you're looking at least the flashing lights to the right side of the screen, that was a fire out of a vacant home. Nobody was hurt. Everybody's okay. But again, the wind always makes it much more challenging for our first responders when they have to respond. To the left, you can just see all the snow that continues to fall in Minneapolis. And again, but about a foot of snow, some of the higher totals that we're finding in through southern, southeastern portions of Minnesota. By the way, blizzard warning remains in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Let's take it out to Fox 9 Minneapolis reporter Se Kwon joining us from Rosemount, Minneapolis. Okay, so I can take in a couple of things, the wind being one of them, but also the snow. Talk to me about just how it's been over the past, 12 to 20 hours as this low has really cranked up and the winds have settled in.
Yeah. Hey, good morning. Yeah, so we're in Rosemount right now. Conditions have changed pretty drastically here. Over the last 12 hours or so, as you mentioned. You know, we've seen a lot of snowfall here. This is just March in Minnesota. This is nothing that, we're not used to here. I know you talked about a foot of snow, but honestly, even measuring snow right now is a little bit of a question mark because I think it gives us a better estimate, not necessarily accuracy. I'll show you that and we'll prove that point for you. We have this ruler here and I'm going to stick it in right here. We're measuring just a little less than 12 inches of snow here. Well, just a little bit in front of that, we're seeing about 10. So it really goes to show, because of the blowing snow that's out here right now, so there's a car that's trying to come on through. Come on through. This car is going to come on through here. This is kind of like the heavy-duty vehicle that you might need this morning if you want to get through the snow. That's actually some proof right there. I drive a two-wheel drive car, and it's not great in the snow. But going back to my point, there's a lot of blowing snow because it is really windy out here. So that blowing snow is, of course, adding to the snow that's already on the ground, and that's why these snow measurements aren't necessarily accurate right now. Let's pan over to my left a little bit. I want to show you these workers. They've been out early this morning shoveling all the snow. This is a big concern right now for businesses because they need to make sure that parking lots are cleared and everything's good to go. But it's been really hard for a lot of these workers and plow drivers specifically because they've plowed overnight, of course, but because the snow just keeps falling and because there's even more snow, or at least it seems like because of the wind, they're going to have to replow these roads again. And I think they're just kind of waiting for that perfect time to do so. So again, here in Minneapolis, this is just March. This is what we're used to. And I think for a lot of us, we kind of missed a little bit of this snowfall. So we're honestly, I think, for the most part, pretty happy to see it. I will say school districts here in the metro, a lot of them are closed for the day just because of the snowy conditions. Some bus routes have even been suspended for the day as well. So yeah, just a snowy March in Minnesota, guys.
Okay, so say we were looking at some of the winter storms you guys have had in Minneapolis. Now, Rosemount is about, 40 minutes or so to the south of Minneapolis, but at the airport where we took the measurements, you guys had about 5.5 inches on December 19th. This is, in fact, the biggest snowstorm that you've had this winter season. So to your point, I'm sure there is a little bit of rejoicing, at least from the kids, with school being closed. You haven't had a lot of snow days. The wind makes it challenging, though.
Yes, yeah, it's the wind for sure, but yeah, definitely the biggest system we've had, and really it just depends on where you are. Some parts got definitely way less than 5 inches or even a foot of snow, but here in the southeastern portions is where we're seeing the bulk of that snow.
Yeah, well, that snow is going to move out in a little bit, and then you just have the wind, and hopefully, maybe, I don't know, you can go stay inside and watch everything from the outside. All right. Thank you so much. Fox 9 Minneapolis reporter Se Kwon in Rosemount, Minneapolis.